comes in off a defeat. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the San Diego Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a second-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a first-round grade on him. Thought he was the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. On a crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Tajay Sharp now to return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Mariota now to throw on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. Offensive starters, here they are. And Delanie Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver. So he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A first down carry for Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Melvin Ingram is beginning to come into his own as an outside linebacker. Strong, solid, with an excellent first step.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Mariota now on second down. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mariota. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
A first down throw for Mariota. Finding time. He's going to let this one go deep. Kendall Wright, the intended target. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
His throw incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
On third down, Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right, to be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he is going to lose yardage here. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's finally taken down, but not before before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And they'll run it here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to roam now. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Come on, let's go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Goes underneath for Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And that's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Caught by Nelson left side. He won't go down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Time to step aside. Back to Tennessee after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. It's a 4-receiver look, all to the left side. Mariota on 1st down. Over the middle, Sharks got it complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Derrick Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Mariota now on 2nd down. And is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Suckup now set to kick it off following a made field goal. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
3rd down at 8 now. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. Mariota He's going to loft one. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Shipped together here from the D-line. A first down throw for Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing is Mariota. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. They come out here in the eye. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Come on, let's go. What? Black round. Ohio.
Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the as they make their way back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Second down, Mariota. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Here we go.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage. Usually an 8-man front, that's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So completion on second down. That brings up third. They'll set up a throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. They begin with Henry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw is Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
To throw Mariota. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Three yards to go here on second down. Again, it's Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. Muscles him off. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken very short. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down now after the incompletion. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Flush to his right, and it's complete. Henry. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Let's go. Try 38.
And they'll go on the ground. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back. And
he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They come out here in the eye. They'll toss it to Henry. And he's going to be met at a... And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It off for Henry. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 2nd down following the run. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7.
Here we go. What? Here we go.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.